I said we were doing it anyway. That's how that goes this morning. He is fired up today. I'm just warning everybody, just so you know.
I am a ball of energy right now and a ball of fire.
I think I rolled my eyes like 5 times even before we got on this video this morning.
Yep,
Yay.
she was on a Ferris wheel, so it was appropriate.
Ever. Anyway, so what's our topic this morning, Craig?
Well,
oh yeah, who's our guest, by the way?
Oh, our secret guest has been revealed. It's Nicole Hayworth from Fidelity Title.
God, I can't read.
We are going to go over the top five facts. These are facts, truths that you need to know about title insurance. Is title insurance important?
Oh, it's very important.
It's very important. She said it. You
Super
heard it here.
important.
Thanks for tuning in.
Heard it here first. We're done.
All right. So you know our format now, right? We do top 5 things, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we start at the bottom, the 5th one, and we work our way up to the most exciting one. We do that just to keep you guys watching us the entire time, because we know that's the only reason why. You want that number 1 reason.
Hi, Brittany, by the way. I think Brad Eriks is on there too.
How can you read that?
All right. She has super eyes.
No, I don't really.
Like a hawk.
Anyway, can we get this thing
She
started?
sees everything I do wrong.
Ugh, that's true.
Okay, so we're going to start Nicole off with a softball question. Now, guys, I'm going to say Nicole. They're both named Nicole. I got Nicole in stereo today. It's crazy.
That's going to be weird, I think. It should be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. It is interesting already.
Maybe you should call me Hanson for this video like you normally do.
Ooh.
And Nicole Hayworth is clearly smaller on the video.
Why
is that? There we go. Is this right now?
Okay.
There, that's better.
Okay.
Now you look
All right.
human.
Now that we've given it, there we go. All right, now we're going to get into the great stuff of this video. Number 5. What is title insurance? Nicole, what is title insurance? I'm sorry, not you, Hanson.
Yeah, I figured that.
Thank you.
All right, title insurance. Very, very exciting stuff. It's probably one of the most important things you'll ever get in your life because it involves one of the biggest investments of your life, your home.
It's
right?
big. Huge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what is 2,000 square feet.
So title insurance is an insurance product that assures when you go to transfer your property to the new party that's going to take ownership that it's free and clear, which means there's no liens against the property that you'll now be responsible for as the new owner.
That's probably really good because liens and judgments, not so good on title.
No, those are less than ideal.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Okay, well, good. Now we're gonna move fast right into number 4, which what if you think you have some kind of a title claim, or if you think there's a lien on there that showed up afterward, like what should you do?
You should contact your title rep immediately.
Contact your title rep. You heard it here, folks. That's what you do.
So your closer, whoever closed your deal, is that what you were saying?
No, your sales executive should be able to help you, or if you call the production branch of your title company that you had the commitment through, they should be able to help you out. Claims can be very tricky, so they'll be your best bet.
And I know we have a lot of realtors watching right now, and I think what it's important for them is they're probably going to be the first responder because we're likely following up with our sellers and buyers after the closing. If one of them come to us and say, hey, we have a problem, then if you're an agent, you should push them towards the title company, give them who to call at the title company. I think that's as deep as we're going to get into title insurance.
Try not to say a whole lot, probably more than that, liability-wise, and just
pass it along.
Right to the title company.
Yeah, and I think realtors, I think that's a good practice anyway. If they're not an expert, they probably shouldn't speak about it.
That goes back to one of our prior videos. Stay in your lane. This is one of those times.
That's a callback, Nicole. I love that. Oh, Hanson. Good job, Hanson. Okay, number 3. Why don't you do the hand signals? It's supposed to be a 50-50 thing.
It really...
Seems like I'm carrying the weight.
I can they're 3s. I mean, it's good.
Nice. Don't do it if it's backwards in the camera. You have to
and I can't see the paper today, so
okay.
You're hogging all the limelight today.
How to read the commitment. What is the title commitment and how do I read it?
So a commitment is something that's going to be sent to you and your seller as soon as we've finished the search on your property. So it's very, very important for you to read your commitment, and if you don't understand it, to ask your title company to help you out. On the title commitment, it's going to highlight any liens that are against the property, judgments, things like that. You're going to want to watch for the taxes as well to see if taxes have been paid or if there are some outstanding taxes. And also, you're going to want to make sure that whoever is listed as being entitled is who signed your purchase agreement. If they do not match, there's a problem.
There is a problem.
Yeah, you don't want that.
And remember, There are title revisions of your commitment that come through. So if buyer drops off, you're going to get a revision.
Yes.
You should always check those revisions for mistakes because that does happen sometimes. Your big thing with title commitment is look at it when you get it. There are so many transactions, and I try to train my team. You have to look at your title commitment. You can't ignore it. The worst thing is to get like 7 days before closing and you realize there's a lien or judgment on the buyer or seller, and now you're having to clear it and scramble to get it done.
Yeah, nobody likes that. One nice thing is a lot of title companies will give you a nifty cover page when they give you your commitment, and that'll highlight all the important things that need to be cleared on title before you can get to closing.
Excellent. Those are all good things. The bottom line, I tuned out a little bit.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
It's because it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of boring. It was true. There was a lot of information there though.
Title works, it's a tough issue. Well, when you're in the title industry, like that's important. Like I might think some things about houses are important. Yeah, and title, you might be like, who cares about that? I think the most important thing that I got out of what you were saying though was you have to read the title work. You have to read the title commitment. You have to. You're going to see usually there's a mortgage.
Yep.
Usually there's taxes. Property taxes that need to be paid. You don't really want to see any other liens. If there's other liens, you're going to have to talk to your seller about it or the buyer. And if you represent the buyer, is it okay to reach out to the listing agent? Is that okay?
I would say so. If you see some concerning liens on there, especially if there's multiple mortgages that are adding up to more than the sales price, you might want to check with the listing agent to ask them if they know they've been released or cleared, or if they know what's going on, just to ensure that your buyer's not getting into a troublesome transaction.
That's good, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If people reach out to me, if I have a listing and they say, "Hey, Craig, did you see this?" or are you working on this? I don't have any problem. I think it's good for realtors to work together and help each other out. So I like that. You got anything, Hanson?
And that's what I was going to say. If you look at your title commitment and you notice liens or judgments on the other side, call that other realtor and give them a heads up to be nice and say, "Hey, I just want to make sure you saw this, so that they get it taken care of." Because it only helps you out in the transaction helping somebody else. And I think as a new agent, title commitment can be very overwhelming because you're looking at it and your pages and pages of legalese that you have no idea what you're doing. Ask somebody for some training, right? So whether it be your title salesperson or your broker, team leader, whoever it is, I think every new agent definitely needs, and some agents who never do it, actually need training on title commitment.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing, Nicole. We are on the forefront of this title training.
Well,
we are.
We don't have a full title commitment to show you and be like, "Hey, this is important. This is important."
I thought about doing that, but yeah, like I said,
that'd be super boring.
So boring.
We haven't really got into adding stuff to our videos yet. Like adding this is some text right here.
I'm not that cool yet. No.
Yeah, I can get. I have to still stand up and push the button to turn the video off. So
I'm gonna work on that, just so you know.
Okay, moving forward, I feel like we really. What number 3 we knew was going to be the longer one. Okay, Number two, how to read the master statement. This used to be known for us old school realtors. For us old school realtors that were out realstoring back in the day.
Realtors.
We used to call this the Alta. We used to call this the HUD.
Yes.
It used to be the HUD-1 form or whatever. So it's that long form that's got all the fees on it and stuff like that. I don't know why I'm doing hand signals on the table. You guys can barely see that. But anyway, so tell us how to read this thing.
Okay, so as Craig was saying, you're going to get a master statement or an Alta or a HUD, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. It's important for you because that's how you're going to see how you're going to get paid. So you're going to want to check a few things on the master statement. You're going to want to check to make sure the buyer and seller are correct, that the purchase price of the home is correct. You're going to want to check to make sure your commission's correct, which we get from your closing information sheets that I'm sure your closer hounds you about.
Commission, very important for us realtors.
Yeah. You'll also want to make sure that...
Just do a good job. The money will find you.
Is that how that works?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is true.
You'll also want to make sure that all of your office policy fees are on there. So if you have an administrative fee, a processing fee, things like that, you'll want to make sure that's listed on there. And that's about it. Those are the most important pieces of the master statement.
Now, the moment you have all been waiting for.
Oh, what are we talking about? Number 1?
We're going to number 1 right now.
No! Aren't we going to say anything about master statements, you and I?
Yeah, don't you have any input?
I'm sorry, Hanson would like to say something about the master statement. And go.
Again, it's like title commitment. Check it. because closers do make mistakes. They have, 50 files they're working on. I know, it's true. And it's the worst feeling for me is when I get to the closing table, I haven't checked the master statement or I haven't gotten it early enough. That never happens, but hey,
Shots
it
fired.
does.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Goodness gracious.
Hey, it does happen. And I get to the closing table and I realize I'm going to have to pay my broker a fee that was actually a buyer's fee because I didn't check the master statement on time. So it's important, just like title equipment. That's
Very
all I have to
important.
say.
I'd just like to apologize on behalf of the Nicole and Craig show to the title industry
Is that
for
disclaimer we were
Nicole's
talking about
bashing
earlier?
Oh,
every
yeah,
guy.
the
No, I'm just
disclaimer.
kidding.
I'm not. It's just very important. We work with too many title companies and everybody is not the same. So you have to make sure you're checking your own stuff.
That's true. Well, I think realtors should always do their job and check.
True.
When a closer sends you a document or the title company sends you the commitment, you should read it. I mean, it's the simplest thing, realtors.
Yeah.
Like our job's not that complicated when it comes to there's people out there, working in the rain and swinging hammers on a roof and stuff like that, and we just have to read stuff. Just read it. There's no excuse to
That's
not
a very
read something.
small part of our job, Craig.
That's a very small part of the job.
Yeah. But still, you do have to read your stuff. I mean,
Yeah, and we
Read
can
it.
help you read it if you don't understand it. We're happy to help you.
It was, they can do that.
All right, now you can do number
Now can we
one.
go to number one? All right,
Yes.
number one, the number reason. How to not irritate your closer.
We had
Now
to
this
change
one's
that
fun.
word.
Yeah.
What, did we have to change? We did have to change
Yeah,
it. Yeah. Whatever, we decided not to go with a more vulgar word.
there we go.
Is it vulgar?
Nah, I don't
Really?
know,
Just
but sort of.
slang.
Okay.
Okay, how to not irritate your closer. What's the biggest way you think to irritate the closer?
Not check your master statement ahead of time if you have it. The worst thing is to get to the closing table and realize there's a fee missing or something has been added to the wrong side. It's very last minute and it kind of stresses everybody out. So that's probably the number one way to upset your closer.
You don't want to upset them off. You know what I'm saying?
Also, not getting information to your closer in time, such as your closing information sheet, which is how you get paid. We need to know how your commission is split. Authorizations to get payoffs, things like that. So just making sure you're not dragging your feet and getting us your paperwork in a timely manner.
That's right. Okay, I think we.
That was kind of anticlimactic, I felt like.
I know.
Did you see that we actually had 7 viewers at one time? Yeah, high five.
Well, let's not celebrate.
That's the
We're
highest.
still in the video.
I know, but that's the highest you've had so far.
is it
really?
7 live viewers.
Wow.
Well, it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
But everybody views it later.
I
but
actually
still.
saw. We did have a couple questions I see in the comments or whatever. We will not let Nicole leave until we answer those questions, because that's what we do.
What questions are you talking about?
Yeah.
I
what were
saw
they?
Brad had posted a question on there, something about a lien, but then someone else waved or something, and I lost it.
And then
so.
you lost it. Okay. We'll
Yeah.
reply to you in the comments, Brad.
All right. Thank you guys, everyone, for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thanks for coming, Nicole.
Thank you.
And we'll be posting, Craig and I decided a day ahead of time when our video is going to be, normally, hopefully on Fridays. And we'll go from there.
All right. Thanks, everyone, and have a great week.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
I'm going to come over here.